Hello, welcome to Souls Intersect. This is a love reading for water signs for June 2018. It can be used for sun, moon, or rising signs, but also keep in mind that all four readings may very well apply to many of you. A lot of us have all of the elements in our birth chart, so feel free to take a look at all of them and see whichever one applies to you best. I also want to let you know that I have an online version, a written version of my general readings on my blog site, and the address is soulsintersect.weebly.com/free readings. That will be more of a general version based on the elements, and this one is more of a love reading based on the elements. Okay, so it looks like regarding love or relationships, there has been some disappointment recently, possibly in the fairly recent past, up to a year maybe. A possible loss, and it does feel like there's something having to do with commitment that was an issue in a relationship. The interesting part of it is I do sense some pain in the past and definitely some loneliness to follow. But with all of these beautiful cups cards, not only is that part of the water element, but they're all very positive ones. So there's a possibility of new love, emotional fulfillment coming through, and something that you've been waiting for or asking for. It feels like for some of you it might be directly related to the past issue. So it could be that it's the same person getting over a commitment issue, or it could be that this newness, which could be someone new, is coming in to help heal that issue. So you might meet someone who's the exact opposite, who doesn't have those issues and who is willing to appreciate you more and give you more of their time, and isn't as afraid to love and to open up. And it does feel like it's something that you've been asking for help with. For some of you, this also might be a new endeavor or a new group of friends or friend or friendship, loved ones coming through to help with that as well, or possibly healing in a more literal sense, like in a therapeutic sense. So seeing a therapist, or maybe some kind of group counseling, something to do with grieving. For some of you, this also might have been a loss that had to do with death. And if that's the case, it feels like there's also possibly some financial trouble related to that, like painful emotional loss, of course, which I'm sorry for. I'm sorry that you experienced that, if that is speaking to you. And then on top of it, maybe something to do with inheritance or a lack of resources left behind by this person, which left you struggling. Or possibly you weren't married to this person, and so legally there's some kind of trouble regarding accessing resources or something like that. And so other help, more practical, literal help, feels like it could have to do with that for some of you, the financial aspect, or again, also something like grief counseling, or for any of you, therapy or group activities, new groups of friends, social activity, or a new relationship. So these kinds of emotional fulfillment, getting this kind of help and healing and this kind of new love could take on many forms. And it just feels like that you're due that it's definitely coming through for you. Again, these are the very positive cups cards, some of the most positive ones. And your prayers have been heard, your pleas have been heard. You're not as alone as you think you are, and something will come through to show you that. A new birth also, your own children helping to heal. So it could be, again, a new birth, or new activities with children, or maybe you've been away from your children and you're going to get to spend more time with them. It just, this reading feels very much like there's been some painful loss and struggle, whether it's financial or not, and that a lot of healing is coming through to help through this period. Also, regarding the Hierophant at the top, it feels like there are some beliefs and like a kind of foundation, a strong foundation of beliefs that belong to you that have been rattled in some way because of probably a past relationship, possibly another kind of loss. And especially for those of you who are beginning to talk through this with someone, whether it's friends or a counselor or a therapist, it feels like that's a good place for you to focus. That these beliefs, they also could be something to do with expectations that you've had about relationships, or what you believe, what you expect from other people in terms of values. And then it could also have to do with religious beliefs, and it could also have to do with ethics. But things that, it just feels like this got disrupted. It was either corrupted, like someone misled you in what they believed, or someone behaved in a way that you didn't expect because of your core beliefs. And so that is also something that has healing coming through for.